At point guard, 64 inches, number 11, Angelakina. Manning the middle, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 67, Taj Gibson. At the small forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 13.
Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan joined by Greg Anthony, Steve, and with pre.
Well, the right,
DA, a big lift for their offense, and he defends too. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Tuesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for the Knicks, Ntilikina out there with Barrett. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Gibson in at the center position. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. And the 7-foot Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, former Defensive Player of the Year.
They call him the Stifle Tower. He's the anchor, the foundation of this team. He changes the complexion of the game when he occupies the paint.
Pocket 2, Conley, banked in off the glass.
You know, he's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots.
Here's Ntilikina, covered by Conley. Morris inside. O'Neal's there. Gobert with the block, but they recover it. Conley left side. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You know what? Mike Conley is so crafty, finding a way to take the bump and weave through the defense.
Here's Ntilikina, covered by Conley. Here's Ntilikina, offensive rebound. On the wing, Morris, guarded by O'Neal. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Mitchell outside. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
They need this with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That's the kind of energy Gibson gives you, destroying opponents on the glass. Tough to box this guy out.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Conley into the lane. Randle with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The shot's good from Ntilikina.
What a beautiful look. Randle continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
And here is Conley. He had 22 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Here's Barrett. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Mitchell passes to Conley. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. He's off on that one. Randle with some nice D. For New York, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Passes it to Ntilikina. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now Conley. Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 6 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Morris outside. Here's Ntilikina, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Showing off that great vertical yet again. Ntilikina playing with power at the rim.
Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Conley surveying the D. It's deflected.
Staying connected, timing his jump perfectly. Randle showing he can make plays at both ends.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest. That game against the Warriors in San Francisco. The pass to O'Neal. Now, here's Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The baseline J. Goes back up. Gobert can't hit, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for New York. Pass to Gibson. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win the championship.
Ntilikina passes to Gibson. They double him with Mitchell. Fires the 3. No good from Gibson. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Gobert. Mitchell's got 5.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
Here's Ntilikina. Covered by Conley. Ntilikina kicks to Gibson. Pass to Randle. Back to Gibson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Over Gibson. A second chance effort, and it's finished off inside by Gobert.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Randle. The shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Conley with it. He's got 6. Passes to Gobert. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game for the Knicks. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ntilikina. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Conley, the pass to Ingles. Now here's Gobert, covered by Morris. Fires from 14, and that one goes long. Knicks trail by 4. Smith outside. Over to the left wing. And a wide open look for Portis. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Big guy with a high release. Bobby Portis can get a clean look from mid-range almost anytime he wants.
And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That'll be his second foul of the game.
The question is, do you leave him in? Obviously, you don't want him to pick up a third foul this early.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Randle, and Ellington is subbed in for Barrett. Then for the Jazz, Green comes in for Bogdanovich, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Moutier pass to Gobert. He kicks it to Mitchell. No good on the triple. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against the Warriors. He had stolen by Ingles. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
All right, right, a chance to check out the stats for Mitchell. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, put up about 23 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Off the inbound. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I really like Donovan Mitchell's composure out there, leading this team by example.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Rudy Gobert, third.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Smith against Moutier. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And a fast break now for New York. A shot by Ellington, no good. Utah trailing here. Now here's Moutier. An 11-point game for him in the win against Golden State. From 17 feet out, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Kicks it to Mitchell. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by New York. Smith outside. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. Portis laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
High post, Gobert. He dishes it to Moutier. Another miss by Utah. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 14-5 run. And it's Smith. Oh, hammering it in!
Yeah, you gotta love seeing the young fella dump that one home. Smith likes to show off that incredible vertical.
Here's Moutier, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Ellington, the pass to Portis. The pass to Smith. Here's the three. Ingles with the rebound. Jazz trail by 3. 26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Green against Portis. Pass to Moutier. Just 4 to shoot. The Jazz again can't hit it. Here's Knox. 8 points for him. Fires from 18. And that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. We come back right after this. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He's one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
We've got Wayne Ellington. Marcus Morris is out there with Knox. Then it's Dennis Smith, and it's Portis in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. The Jazz shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Mitchell passes to Green, and it's Green with the jam.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Pass to Portis. He kicks it to Smith. Back to Portis. Here's Knox. Those three-pointers off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for Utah. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. For New York, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Moutier against Smith. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
And the Jazz players are appreciating how strong the Jazz organization's response was last season to some fans who crossed the line using discriminatory racial language against Russell Westbrook.
Chairman Gail Miller, I thought, did an excellent job. She got all over this and got out ahead of it. Reminded them as a community, we're better than this. It's all about respect.
Knox misses.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Conley, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. The Jazz shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development. Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams. Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Passes it to Moutier. And here is O'Neal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Niang, no good.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Here's Portis. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
And Gibson sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Knox. 8 points for him. Here's Ntilikina. Good work defensively by Conley. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. O'Neal kicks to Niang. Now Moutier. Here's Niang. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Another miss by Utah.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Here's Moutier. No good on the 3. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Conley with it. 9 points in the game so far. Out to the wing. And Green now, top of the key. 6 to shoot. Conley, the pass to O'Neal. To stop the drought. A shot off that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Knox. 8 points for him. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. O'Neal kicks to Bogdanovic. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovic has got 5 now.
And you just have to admire that aggressive nature of Bogdanovic. He's just itching to pull the trigger as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Ntilikina passes to Gibson. And here's Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Moutier looking around. Conley finds Gobert. Now here's Moutier. T right on him. Can't cash in from close range.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
So explosive moving towards the basket. Ntilikina is terrific at getting into the lane.
Outside Conley. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Here's the pass to Knox. Here's Barrett. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Ntilikina. They grab their own miss. Here's Knox. He's got 10. Shoots a fader. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class-eating. That evens the score. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's where Conley is most dangerous. Just amazing quickness on his way to the rack.
Pass to Knox. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by O'Neal. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. Now here's Gobert. He's coming off a 25-point game against Golden State.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Fades and shoots. The Knicks pull it in. Barrett kicks to Ntilikina. Pass to Barrett. Good work defensively by Conley.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Barrett with the ball. Now defended by Moutier.
With defenses usually playing him to drive, Barrett's developed a nice little floater for when he can't get to the rim.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. The seventh pick back in 2014. Julius Randle goes about, 6'9", 240 pounds, Smitty. And he is one tough customer.
Yes, indeed, Kevin. A bruising pink present Julius Randle is. When he attacks the rim, he'll bulldoze defenders right out of the way.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Morris is checked in for Gibson. Ellington comes in for Kevin Knox. And Smith subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. Yep, it counts.
And as Rudy Gobert has been adding bulk, he's only getting better at finishing through contact.
Smith the pass to Morris. Randle with the ball. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Randle down low. Gobert on him. Randle with the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 2.
So dangerous in the paint. Randle with a good mix of power, skills, and balance.
Conley's shot is off. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Smith against Mitchell. Smith kicks to Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as serious as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Offensive rebound. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
For Utah, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell.
It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Unloads from 9. That one a little long.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Three-pointer Ellington. Rebounded by the Jazz. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds in this game. Conley against Smith. And here is Conley. 11 points in the game. And he hits it to tie the game up. Conley's got 7 points for the quarter.
One of Conley's calling cards, getting into the paint and converting, even though he's often the smallest guy on the floor.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. You know, when things seem to stagnate on offense, it's sometimes a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game if they play with that aggressiveness.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Down low, Bogdanovich, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
That one rolling around and rims out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Mitchell outside. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Morris with the ball. Conley picks him up. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Barrett.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And Gibson sends it back. Morris against Mitchell. Morris kicks to Randall. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 9. The feed now to Barrett. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barrett's got the game tied up here for New York.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Right side, Conley. It's stolen by Randall. And they're pushing it up. Here's Ntilikina. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Loves to push the pace. When the break is on, Ntilikina taking full advantage.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Morris passes to Ntilikina. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Conley. It's Gobert with the ball for Utah. They lead by 1.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
New York shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Portis, he's checked in for Randall. Good on the second free throw.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
That one falls.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
New York calls timeout. Well, last season, the NBA expanded the three-point shootout contest to 10 contestants at All-Star Weekend. Smitty, do you ever wish that you'd had another shot at it?
Yes, indeed, Kevin. I didn't shoot it as well as I wanted to in that contest. Whether they added 10 or more or 20 players, I just wish I had another shot. But it's over, and now I can dream about it.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Bogdanovich.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Great showing for him last season. 1st in field goal percentage, 3rd in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Here's Barrett.
Have to give major credit to the hustle of Gobert. He really goes all out on D.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Outside Conley. Gobert against Gibson. Lock at 6. Right side Green. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in. Portis, the pass to Knox, launches it. It's not going to go for him. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
Knicks trail by 4. Here's Ntilikina. 11 points in the game. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by New York.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. And the Knicks with possession here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
On defense, the Jazz. 4-point game. And Barrett gets it to go.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Jazz have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Conley kicks to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Terrific job in the screen and roll. Mitchell creates, whether it be for others or for himself.
The Knicks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. He lobs it up. And Barrett slams it in.
You have to be aware of Barrett. He's solid at recognizing when it's time to go for the alley-oop.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Inside, here's Green. It's rebounded by Portis.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intention.
Outside, Green. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Ntilikina. 11 points in the game, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Ntilikina's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. That gives them the lead. Ntilikina's got 15.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Dishes to Green. From deep three-point range, that one misses. So New York will take it the other way. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Portis kicks to Ntilikina. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Great D that time from Green.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Gibson, and Smith subbed in for Ntilikina. Then for the Jazz, George Niang, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Pass to Knox. The pass to Portis. Great D that time from Green. And so Green will bring it up for Utah. They lead by 1. Ingles dishes to Moutier. From deep, Green. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Moutier against Smith. In the corner, it's Ellington. And the Knicks miss again. For Utah, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. And Smitty, when you watch Wayne Ellington, you know he's out there to open up space with his deep shooting.
Yeah, Kevin, I was surprised to see him fall out of the rotation for the Heat last season. But make no mistake, when he's on the floor, he's a dead-eye shooter that can stretch a defense.
The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Smith in the post, guarded by O'Neal. Portis hits the three-point bomb. Portis has got 11 points.
When it comes to stretching the floor, we're starting to see some consistency from Bobby Portis.
Moutier pass to Ingles. Back to Moutier. Shoots over Ellington. Here's Green. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Jazz lead by 2. Now Ellington still looking for his first bucket in this one. Smith outside. Over Conley. And it's Smith missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And the basket by Ingles.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
To the wing right side. Barrett with the ball. O'Neal's there. Barrett, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
From 7, O'Neal kicks to Moutier. There's the dish to Green. Now here's Moutier. Ellington defending.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken, yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Pass to Smith. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And now a moment to see the stats for Carlos. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 21 points per game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Green finds Moutier. The Jazz working the ball around now. Ingles passes to Moutier. And the 3 off target.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Here's Smith. A rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
It's up a 3. The Knicks pull it in. Ellington the pass to Barrett. Ellington with it. Now defended by Moutier. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
And it's Smith penetrating. It's good.
I tell you what, Smith has one of the best first steps I've seen in a long time. This guy is outstanding in terms of how he explodes.
Utah leading.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Julius Randle's checked in for New York. Morris comes in for Barrett. Then for the Jazz, Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Back to Randle. And the officials call a traveling violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
Conley with the 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Jazz out in front, up 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Randle and Portis patrol the middle. Smith is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Morris in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
A solid shooter. Smith Jr. has the touch and poise to bury those shots on a consistent basis.
Green with the ball. Now Smith defending. Here's Mitchell. No good. Shot missing. Randle with some nice D. The Knicks shooting around 41% on the night. Pass to Portis to take the lead. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Mitchell. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Morris outside. Passes it to Randall. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Conley against Smith. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Takes a three. It's in there. Conley with the assist. 22 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell doing a good job. In order to have a chance in this league, you've got to be able to score. He's done that tonight.
Here's Smith. The 10-footer finds the target. Smith's got 4 this quarter. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And there's the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Ingles in the corner. Lets it go with a three. And Utah, another three.
You see the practice time Ingles has put in. Completely in rhythm. No problem with that shot.
Smith kicks to Portis. Randall left side. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get off a shot. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Portis. Ntilikina looking it over. Randall. The D by Bogdanovich. And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Conley against Smith. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Randall outside. Pass to Ntilikina. New York moving the ball around. No good there. Good D by Bogdanovich. Jazz leading by 9. Conley with it. Mitchell outside. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Mitchell's got 26 points.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Randall. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. It's rebounded by New York. Portis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. To end the run. Smith, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Randall against Conley. Now, here's Ingles. Over Morris. Bank shot, no good.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Smith kicks to Portis. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz leading by 11. The drive by Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Portis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Randall. Here's Smith. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And the heart Smith plays with is incredible. You can try to stop him, but he's committed to scoring.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Smith no good on the free throw. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Randall dishes to Gibson. Smith on the wing. Here's Randall. Morris outside. Over Mitchell. Knicks with a new 14. Left side Gibson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
How about the determination of Gibson? No one is going to stop him when he skies up.
Utah calls timeout.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives it. He is really fed off that. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
Utah leading by 7. And here is Mitchell. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Gobert. Chalk up 2 there.
Now, this is why Gobert is shooting over 60% for his career. Highly efficient inside.
Here's Ntilikina. Over by Conley. Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Passes to Gobert. Kicks to Ingles. Back to Gobert. Gobert double teamed. Jazz passing it around. Outside Bogdanovich. 3-pointer. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Ntilikina. Doubled by Conley. Kicks it out to Gibson. Gobert pulls it in.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Conley against Morris. High post, Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
New York calls timeout. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Here's Ntilikina. He dishes it to Barrett. Takes the 13-footer, and he knocks down the jumper. Barrett's got 12 points in just the second half.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Conley into the lane. At the elbow, it's Mitchell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Mitchell's got 30 points.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
And the pass to Randall. Over Bogdanovich. Utah with the rebound.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Conley finds Bogdanovich. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think it's James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
To the middle. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Conley with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And that's 18 points for Conley.
Love it whenever Conley launches one from way out there, big time.
Pass to Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. But Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Shot clock at 6. Conley kicks to Ingles. Here's Bogdanovich. Doesn't go that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Randall dishes to Barrett. Pass to Ntilikina. Out to the right wing. Randall down low. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Randall with the bucket.
I wonder if Randall even felt that contact. So strong in the upper body.
Outside Conley. Passes it to Mitchell. Over Barrett. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. They trail by 9 points. Barrett off target from 3-point range. Now Mitchell. And so it's Utah with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.